within the big wave community, there's been two camps or two schools that have emerged over the last few decades: the paddle-in big wave surfing and the tow-in big wave surfing. And a lot of surfers like yourself kind of cross-pollinate between both of them. Do you have a preference for big wave surfing? Would you rather paddle or tow, and why?
For me, it's like a different discipline. I like to do longboarding. I like to do stand-up paddling. I like to paddle in big condition. I like to tow in big condition. It just depends of the day. And today it's huge and windy. Okay, I can't paddle in this condition. But towing, yeah, you can really have fun. You can really push your limits and learn and improve. So I just adapt to the condition. And last year with the tow event in Nazaré, I was a little bit more focused on towing. The year before, I was a little bit more focused paddling. So there's some times of the years that I've got a priority, and I'm more focused on some things. But otherwise, I just like to adapt to the condition of the day. So for me, yes, towing help you being a better paddler, and paddling in big condition help you to be a better surfer, technical surfer. So for me, it's a balance of everything, and it's really important, and it helped me a lot.
You mentioned that as you became more and more a big wave surfer, to complement the other disciplines that you succeeded at, there's considerable risks with big wave surfing. What are the biggest risks for paddling big wave surfing versus towing big wave surfing?
It's kind of tricky because the risk with paddling in big waves that you need to sit on a place to wait the wave, but in the same time you can get the wave on the head. So you know that you really need to sit on a line, like a tricky line, and so you get when I grab my gun, I know that I'm gonna get pounding for sure. It's you can't go surf big wave with a gun and trying to paddle and don't get pounded. But towing it's different because you don't want to get pounded because it's getting like bigger wave, like huge, giant, and so you are a little bit more focused on the wave to make it happen, to make the wave, because my main goal is to make the wave. Like it's a thing that I want to do. Like for me, big wave surfing first is safety, and making the wave. It's a safety way of surfing, and for sure I'm getting wave out, and sometimes I'm pushing the limits too much, and the wave is better than me, and I don't take the best line. But as soon as I get pounded, for me it's not a, if you get a big wave and then at the end you get pounded, for me, you go underwater, you pull a canister, you lost, you didn't win. So for me, after this, but you didn't win, but you touch your limit. Okay, I went too deep. Okay, I did that too much. So it's a really good thing to do. Like when you fall, you learn about this. So the next wave, I want to make it, but to go maybe a little bit less deep, but I want to make it. And when I make the wave, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's an accomplishment, a full accomplishment. So towing, yeah, it's different because if you fall, it's a bigger all down, but if you make it, it's a big feeling for sure.
What's been the most intense moment or intense, scary moment for you in big wave surfing? And second question, what's been your proudest moment in big wave surfing?
Wow. My worst moment was in Jaws, 2018, in November, and during the events, the WSL event. Yeah, we knew it was a big day for sure, and it was getting bigger and bigger. And I paddled a lot in Nazaré this winter, so I was really ready. I was ready to go big, and I really wanted to go big. And I got one wipeout at the beginning. I think it was the first wave of the contest. I I was like, what a shame. I just failed on my first wave and I didn't even fail once in Nazaré during all the winter. What's happening? Oh, no way. I was really like upset against myself. And the second wave, I made it. And then the wave broke on my bike. But at the beginning, I got like a really huge wave. And at this time, it was in container for the world record paddling. So it was really my biggest wave paddling at this stage. And the wave after, I didn't even take it, in fact, because it was getting bigger and bigger. And the swell was getting bigger. And I heard everybody screaming and like, wow. So I was like, oh, a big set is coming. And I did like I do so many times, and that I did so many times in Nazaré. I just stand on my board and jump off the board to go a little bit deeper underwater to get a little bit less punchy by the wave. And I did that. But this time I went with the wave and like in a big waterfall and I joined the water like, wow, it was an explosion. And I was part of this explosion and from my body, like I felt like everything get out of my body, my arms, my legs. I don't know. It was like, wow, like an explosion. And it felt really, really weird. And at this time I knew that I had injuries. I didn't know what, but I knew that it wasn't good. so yeah, I spent the other wave underwater, and when I pop up, I had 4 jet ski around me, and I didn't know what happened to my body, but I knew that my knee wasn't good, my shoulder was so painful as well. So it was really hard to jump on the ski. So one ski get underwater. Wow, it was just such a mess. But I made it to the emergency boat, and the doctor put my shoulder back in place, and I had to go to the boat and until the hospital. And so yeah, it was my worst time in the ocean for sure in Jaws 2 years ago. Yeah, was more worst time. And best time, it's tomorrow. But best time, it was in Nazaré. This winter, we had like 2 really good swell. And the best swell for sure was during the Nazaré Twin Challenge. And it was, the best day of my life for sure. And the best day of my life, best wave of my life, biggest wave of my life, like everything together in the same day. And sharing that with all the team was just like so intense to be able to reach this level of confidence between each other, and sharing this time. It was just such a big accomplishment. And I was really stoked about this day. So stoked. Yeah.
There's a couple more topics I want to touch on, but we're going to take one more break to get a word in from our sponsors, and then we'll come back. I said something earlier in this podcast about you potentially being the most accomplished multidisciplinary surfer on Earth. And I think you might be. I think a lot of people think of Kai Lenny, but you have longboard titles, you've got big wave titles, you've got stand-up paddleboard titles, you're a CT qualifier. I don't know if anyone else in the history of surfing has achieved so much in so many different disciplines of surfing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just love to be in the ocean. So I wish we'll have more people like this, like waterman, waterwoman, and my explanation is just because I'm in love with surfing and with the ocean and being in the ocean, and since the beginning I knew that it was something that will help me. And sometimes the trainer said to me, "Oh, you're not surfing that great because you do longboard, so we can tell that you've got this that is not working good." And for me, I was like, no, all the time thinking positive. All the time I was thinking like, no, it helped me, definitely it helped me. And in big wave surfing, that's so awesome because you feel like all the sport that you are doing is helping you. and you feel like everything that you've done in your life, it's because of a reason, because now you can use everything, and that's so sick. Yeah, because on a gun you've got a big board, but so when you paddle, okay, and when you are on the wave, you need to move a big board. And me, I'm used to move a big board because I'm used to longboarding. And when you are towing, you are with a short board, and I'm used to do contests with a short board, so I'm used to the technique and to the lines. Because of the contest, I know how to deal my emotion. So in big waves that help me, and big wave help me for the contest as well. So yeah, just a balance. And sometimes, like I was for a few years, you are like in a I don't know, in a tunnel, and you are not looking at like open mind and really curious about life and about everything in life. So sometimes, when you are too focused on some things, you avoid. So sometimes, maybe today there's so many people who are really focused on shortboarding, and when you let your shortboard on the beach and you jump on another board, you're like, I'm gonna miss 1 hour of training or something like this. But no, you win 1 hour of training, because that's gonna help you. And it's my opinion.
Do you like that? Well, if so, subscribe over there and then watch more videos over there. And then tell us your favorite videos down there. It's a 3-step process. Do them all now.